If you have someone that is obsessed with you, or you are seemingly obsessed with someone else, head over heels, just completely Twitter-pated about them, or if someone is that way about you, what is actually happening is it's called drug of choice. And either you or the obsessive person, what it is they have replaced their drug of choice with a human, or basically a toxic cycle. And what this does is it gets endorphins, dopamine, oxytocin, it gets chemicals flowing in the brain. Instead of taking a drug, they choose to spend time with a person, which is equivalent to taking that drug. And this is how other people become our drug of choice, or we become someone else's drug of choice. What can you do? You have to cut energy ties with them. You can no longer swap energies with them. Because what happens, it's not necessarily on purpose, yet it is. What happens is a destiny swap. So, for example, my mom and my dad were married, my biological dad, and somehow my stepdad came into the mix, became the other guy, and thus required my mom to leave her husband and start a new life with him. And what that man did was essentially a destiny swap with my dad. And what happens then is he incurs the problems my dad would have had with my mom. Destiny swap. And so my dad, in his mind, he was attached to what left him, what ran from him. But at this point, he was free to live out a new destiny. And in this, we become attached to the one that let us go, or the one that we let go becomes attached to us. But essentially, it's because they were never taught, or someone was not taught how to let go of what is not for them. If two beings are not getting along, then maybe that is not for you, either party. And so this can lead to a whole lot of dysfunction, sucking other people into the dysfunction, and a domino effect. Because then when my stepdad did a destiny swap with my biological dad, that then altered my destiny, altered the course of my life path from what it was supposed to be. And the same with my sister. And in this, it's a destiny swap with several individuals. And then years later, people wonder why things are not working out. That's because what happened was never supposed to happen. How did that happen? It's called parasitic overlays. Parasites, way long ago, was introduced into society. This actually goes back to Adam and Eve. Eve did not eat an apple. They ate a corpse. Notice we're not supposed to, you're not supposed to eat dead things. They ate a corpse that had parasites in it, thus starting the parasitic overlays that are in society today. And so these parasites, generation after generation after generation, they become big because we're born with them. And so we've just not offloaded them. And once you offload them, you can make better decisions that are not tied to the destiny swap that has happened in your life. And this is how generational curse breakers get to move on with their lives as though that didn't happen. And so there's a big tidal wave of change happening on the planet, and that is to abolish the parasitic overlays. Why? Because it's now affecting nature. We now have dogs acting like humans, humans acting like dogs. We have fish that are thrown off their breeding cycles the same as humans are, because the chemicals released into the atmosphere, into nature, are affecting the animals the same way it is affecting humans. It's affecting nature, plants, trees, all sorts of things. The soil, it's affecting things the same as it is affecting humans. It is just more obvious in humans. However, CDC, scientists, doctors, they're not trying to link this information. Why? Consumerism. They need you buying into the lies so that you continue being a consumer in today's society. And so the first way to squash it is buy things by need-based purchases. Instead, like we've been taught to stock up for Armageddon, you have to stop that. You have to retrain your brain. And so in order to do that, you have to buy in smaller quantities, and then you buy healthier foods which require lower quantities. You want fresh and whole foods, things that are living, not dead. I avoid red meat. I try not to participate in the processed food scam. It's hard to do because we have lifetime after, generation after generation, we've become addicted to these things. My grandmother was 500 pounds. My mom's mom was 500 pounds when she passed away. And so a food issue has become a generational curse in my family. And so by doing a parasite detox 100%, not just the intestinal tract, I woke up my dormant parasites on purpose to offload my ancestral curses. That is the only way. And you have to do dark night of the soul and shadow work in order to get rid of these parasites. Because yes, they are connected on a soul level. These carry information from your ancestors. This is why you know things without knowing how you know that. Because parasites are microchips of information. And this is why the government is utilizing this without telling us. Because they're able to then gather this information and use it against us for consumerism purposes and keep us padding their pockets, keep us buying because we think Armageddon is going to happen. It's not. 2020 or Y2K is our example. It did not happen the way they said it would. What happened? We had to reprogram the computers to run right. So the apocalyptic information is actually not for humans. It is for technology. And so the spiritual awakening information, it is actually not for humans, though humans can benefit from it. It is actually for technology. And it is in the words, how things are coded in the Bible, it is actually for technology so that they don't become damaged by humanity's lack of mental construct. The mental construct can be given to humanity, and I think AI can do that. We'll find out.